Oh, yes. You're talking about Sailor Moon.
Yes.
New Sailor Moon anime coming.
Yay!
Not just a rehash, not a re-release or remastering of the old one. They're literally doing a new anime, and they've confirmed that it's not just a one-off movie.
Mm-hmm. It's
But
actual
they haven't
series.
said if it's going to be broadcast. So, reading between the lines, it's going to be a series.
Mm-hmm.
But is it going to be OVA or is it going to be broadcast? And the other thing that really annoys me about it,
Mm.
because reading the articles and stuff on it, I mean, they're not saying exactly who the voice actors are, although the original voices of Usagi and Tuxedo Kamen
Mm-hmm.
or Tuxedo Mask were at the announcement, but they didn't say if they were reprising their roles or not.
Right.
They also stated that Momoiro Clover Z is going to be doing the theme song, but they didn't say if they're going to be redoing the original theme song or a different one. If you've never seen Momoiro Clover Z, they're amusing. They're the first
Yeah.
time. The first time I ever saw them was promotional video of them at Tim,
Mm-hmm.
where they're dancing around, singing on stage in wrestling masks. These cute teenage girls in wrestling masks singing their song, doing like Sentai moves and stuff. It was amusing. So they're going to be doing the theme.
Mm-hmm.
But what's really bizarre, and I've read over this article, I've looked online, they didn't announce what studio.
Yeah, true. They
Who's
did not.
doing it? Is it going to be Madhouse, which could actually be kind of epic? Is it going to be 4 Degrees C? Is it going to be IDG or Production IG rather? Sunrise, for crying out loud. I mean,
Yeah.
who's going to do it?
Although I gotta say, having maybe Kyoto Animation KyoAni with their amazing success with Lucky Star and K-On! And the like, having them pull on their take on Sailor Moon, I think would just be beyond epic.
If the character designs, if they don't pull with the character designs what they did with Lucky Star, does that make sense?
No, that does make.
I
Perfect
don't want to
sense.
see Lucky's. I would not want to see, for Sailor Moon. I would not want to see Lucky Star style character designs
Mm-hmm.
because
No,
then
go ahead.
because that those series, especially if they stick to the original manga,
Mm-hmm.
that shit's dark.
And that's what I was going to point on next is regardless of who is producing this, I want to see how close they're going to keep to the manga. How dark are they going to go with this? To keep bringing. Kind of
By the way,
what they did with
spoilers:
the
are the
OVAs.
girls going to die at the end of every season?
And of course, I'm praying that the U.S. anime industry is beyond the point of what they did to the original Sailor Moon series, where they butchered the crap out of it. Oh wait, they're not lesbian lovers. Oh no, they're sisters. They're very close sisters.
Oh well, see, you're going to see two different edits of that. They're going to do with that like they did with Tenchi,
Oh, okay, yeah.
or like they did with Gundam Wing, where during the day it's "I'll destroy you," and then at night it's like "I'll kill you." It's like really, or they'll go in and they'll paint on bikinis and bad tea and all that other crap. It's I don't know. American distro companies have realized and have not been radically editing anime lately. I mean, case
That's
in point,
true.
Hellsing Ultimate
They kept everything in there.
pretty much
Yeah.
came over unmolested.
Mm-hmm. Another good example of how lax they're getting in terms of, covering this stuff. At AX, I'm gonna say one thing. I went to go see the English dub of Penny and Stocking.
Oh,
Which-
I heard stories about this.
Yeah. So, Penny and Stocking by itself is freaking crazy as is. I'm happy to state that after watching the first 4 episodes in dub, that not only is I couldn't find any single bit of editing in terms of the animation there, they kept all of it there. The dub gives it does it justice.
Even
They
the Hope
swear-
I covered the shit line.
Yeah, they swear more in the English dub than they do in the Japanese
Yeah,
dub,
that I
and they
knew.
make a brand new swear word every single episode.
Yeah, that I knew. That I knew going into it. I heard about
It
that.
was awesome. I will buy this, but unfortunately, right now, Funimation's only releasing this series in DVD, not Blu-ray format,
Seriously?
What the hell, Funimation?
Yeah, really. Well, you heard who is God? What was her name? I just had it on top. Colleen Clinkenbeard.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one doing the script translations.
Yeah, she
And
must have.
directing.
From what I listened to, she must have been like late at night, had gone through a couple bottles of scotch, and then started writing on this.
I don't know that she's the writer, but yeah,
This
it's
puts. I honestly, I would put it on par with Ghost Stories. Yeah, that's saying
Wow.
something if you've seen the
Wow.
English dub of Ghost Stories.
wow.
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to the idea of Chris Sabat as Garter Belt.
Oh, he's great as Garter Belt.
Is he?
Especially the one of the scenes, it's not really a spoiler. I think it's the third episode where they do the lingerie run. He shows up as Master G and like starts eyeing all the boys in their tidy whities. Yeah, it's all there.
Nice.
It's perfect.
Nice. They have to release this on Blu-ray. You hear me, Funimation? Release it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, it must have been some licensing thing that they got only for DVD or something like that for their first one.
I got it. It may just be that they want to make sure it's going to work, because mastering to Blu-ray is more expensive.
Yeah, true, very true.
And at the rate that my guess is because the original series, even though it was released in high def, because it's an animation, it doesn't take up as much time or as much space and compression.
Right.
So you can get maybe 2 to 4 hours of movie on a Blu-ray,
Mm-hmm.
but with an anime you can get 8 to 10
Yeah,
because
easily.
the compression algorithms aren't compressing as much
Exactly.
because it's all solid colors. It's not like live action.
Mm-hmm.
So still, I can't wait.
So yeah.
Did they have the stripper poles at the booth?
What's up?
I remember
Oh, that's right. They
that
did.
they were
yes.
supposed to do the PSG booth and they were supposed to have stripper poles.
They had a stripper pole there with panty stocking in the background, and they had upshot lights and everything. It worked great.
Did they
And
have the pink Hummer?
I didn't see it.
They didn't get a pink Hummer?
I didn't see the pink Hummer.
Somebody.
I
dropped
didn't see the car either. But anyways, no.
Cute.
Yeah. So yeah, Penny Stocking is out on DVD. Go buy it. Sailor Moon is coming out as a yeah, it's coming out again. Not a
It'll be
remake.
summer next year.
Yeah, summer
It'll be
next year. So going to be awesome. I've seen people in the chat with commercials. We apologize. There are commercials on regardless of whatever website we go to for streaming this. We're trying to work on ways to actually fix that. So, but it takes money, so we're trying to get sponsors for that. All right, what do we want to jump on next? Do we want to go into freaky stuff, or do we want to go into
freaky stuff? I don't recall anything on the list being freaky stuff.
Fine, disturbing stuff. I was talking about well, we'll talk about it because I'll jump into it. For those of you 90s kids out there, you might remember a little toy called Furby, and your parents probably thought,
Okay.
it was a great idea to get you as a toy, and they hated every single moment you had it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was also the example of the U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ, actually formally put out a policy saying that Furbies were banned in the building as potential security risks because they had it in their head that these things could record and remember, and then you might be able to smuggle out
Well,
state
hacked you can,
secrets.
but yes, but
No, even hacked you couldn't. I've taken them apart.
really.
The chip is solid state, and they epoxy over it. There's no RAM. There's no real RAM on it. There's nothing you could do with it.
Interesting.
You would have had to replace all the main board.
That's changing now
Oh,
because
yes,
Furby is
the new
getting
one.
a reboot.
Yes. Soon we will have the Furby Liberation Front. They will be the new terrorist organization, and there will be a reason for the DOJ to be afraid of these old bastards.
Yeah. Some new things about this one. Those eyes, instead of being, the typical large, plastic things they had before, they're actually 2 LCD screens.
Now, are they color or monochrome?
They are color. You can change the color of their eyes and whatnot. let me scroll down to the video, and we'll just play that in the background while we're talking about it.
You might want to turn it down.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it down. So, yeah, you can see it right there. This is actually from over at Engadget.com. They had a on-hands review of it. This thing has a number of upgrades. Aside from the eyes, which are 2 big LCDs, there's a number of sensors on it. That you can actually touch sensors on head, on sides, on its feet. If you actually, if you tickle it, it'll actually respond. Like you see, he's shaking it. It actually has a gyro and accelerometer in it. This thing has all these different, bits of sensors in there. What else does it have? Uh, where is it at? It actually has different emotions. Like it'll even get pissed at you.
It moves differently too.
It moves differently. Where is it at? The more you speak, the more chatty it becomes. As you speak enough to it, it'll begin to incorporate more English words into its speech. It will learn what you're saying.
Which means I can do what I wanted to do when the first Furby came out. Way back in the day when the first Furby came out, they were before I actually found the articles that told what it was really capable of.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was talking about, the DOJ was freaking out about it, and everybody was saying how, oh, this thing is intelligent, it'll learn, you can do stuff with it, and how you treat it, it'll get depressed if you put it in the dark, shit like that. And if you put it in a group of Furbies, the other Furbies will communicate with it and they'll talk.
Mm-hmm.
So my then significant other and I had this idea. We were going to get a Furby. We were going to abuse the little fucker. We're going to keep it in the dark. We're going to put it in the freezer. We were going to beat on it. We're going to be totally mean and destructive to it and swear at it and let it learn to swear back. And we were going to make it the Eric Cartman Furby. And then we were going to find friends who had other Furbies. Put it in the middle of them, point a camera, and let it roll.
That would have been funny. QB Jackson writes in the chat, lol, it's like the Geth.
Effectively, yes.
Yeah, basically. Here's the thing that tops
My
this
name
whole...
is Furby, and I don't like you.
Yeah. I can only imagine if that's actually going to happen to it, because now he can get pissed at you. Two things about it at the end. One, it can be synced to an iOS device. So if you have an iPad, iPhone, iPod, whatever, you can control it in different ways and send it new upgrades and new emotions and whatnot.
Which means it'll get hacked.
Oh, it's going to be hacked. I need to buy one. They're $60 when they come out this fall. I might grab one just so I can hack it.
Are they coming out before DEF CON?
It just says this fall. So if it comes up before DEF CON, it's going to be insane if it comes up there.
Nice.
I might have it sing Daisy Girl or something like that. Daisy, Daisy. No. The final thing, just like the original, once you get the Furby and you turn it on the back, it doesn't turn off. There's no off switch. This is going to be an evil little bastard that every single parent's going to regret buying the second they turn it on.
$60, huh?
$60 when it comes out this fall. It's kind of creepy, but at the same time, so many things we're going to do to this thing.
Yeah. I'm going to make my Eric Cartman Furby.
Ah, yes. All right, what should we talk about next?
Oh, let's talk about video games.
All right. And you have one you've been dying for to play for a long time.
It's funny when you started talking 90s kids, I'm like, wait a minute. Back in the 90s, there was this game that came out that was really awesome, and it was actually the catalyst for buying certain game systems, and that was Phantasy Star Online.
Ah, my Dreamcast.
Grindtastic. Oh my God, is it grindtastic? But it was still fun. I just couldn't put the damn thing down. I even tried. I had it on Dreamcast. I got it on GameCube. Hell, I even had it on my Xbox for a little while.
They had an Xbox port of it? I don't remember that.
There was an Xbox version of Phantasy Star Online.
Damn it!
But they charged you monthly on it.
Ah, that's probably
which is why I stopped paying. Which is why I stopped playing it. But so then they tried to come out with a Phantasy Star Online Blueburst, is it? I've got the box here somewhere. Or no, not Phantasy. Yeah, Blueburst. No, Phantasy Star Universe. That's what it was. Which, when Sony and Sega and everybody got hacked last year, they shut the servers down.
Right.
And never turned them back on.
Oh, that's kind of a dick move.
So everybody who bought Phantasy Star Universe can only play it in local mode. Because if you try and go online with it, it's going to come back and say, we can't talk to servers. You go to Sega's website, and Sega says, oh no, we're still fixing it. We'll turn it back on soon. It's been on that same screen for a year now. So I've pretty much given up on that.
Okay.
Fast forward to March. They release the character creator for Phantasy Star Online 2.
Yay.
Which it's looking like they're going not quite MMO with it, but really close. And it's free to play. You buy the initial game and everybody plays.